This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Army Black Knights, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Pirates will put total effort to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So Army's offense will go on the attack first. They'll go to the fullback. Nice move to keep running. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Calls his own number. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? So now it's 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle. He has the first and still on his feet. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Whoa, look out on the right. Touchdown, Black Knights. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all.
And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the two-point try. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. So East Carolina's offense will get the ball for the first time. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he's a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Rides to back and leaves it. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. Gets rid of it. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Montgomery. He'll pull it down. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Montgomery. Picks up the first down. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd down, going up top. It's complete to the left. Wide open spaces. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time and obviously executed well.
Looking downfield, it's Hauser. Takes the easy one to the back. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Pirates have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Extra point here will give them the lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Gets it past the marker. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
Back to throw, it's Coleman. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. It's a new chapter at quarterback for Army after Bryson Daly's historic season led the nation with 32 touchdowns on the ground. Army had 12 wins, a school record. With Daly now a commissioned officer in the Army. Time for next man up, Jesse.
Yeah, and you're going to have to be able to run the football. You're going to have to be able to make great decisions, though, in the option game, which I think is something a lot of times we take for granted. It's not just making good decisions throwing it, but understanding when to dive, when to keep it, when to pitch. That's what makes this Army offense run so smoothly.
Bringing the heat. Moving away from pressure. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Howard. There he goes. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
To the air. It's Coleman. Right down the middle. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Guys, East Carolina carries the lead into the quarter break, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Black Knights will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. But man, just a mishap, a little overthrown.
The Pirates will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the returner is stopped. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Looking for a man. It's Coleman. Finds his big tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Howard. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing his mitts up there, catching the football.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got him. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
The give on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Jenkins. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Hauser. Got it in the middle, it's Smith.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Pirates with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gets the back moving. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Montgomery. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Pirates will snap it on 1st and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Pirates need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Pirates send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a man, it's Coleman. Sets up the screen. Turning it on! They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. looking to throw on first down. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
He wants to throw it again. This time he's got it. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gonna swing it on second down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Under fire. Got out of trouble and throws. Hauls it in.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. And the Pirates come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab behind the line. It's Jenkins. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Greenville. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Pirates will punt this one away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosion.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
He'll try to do it himself. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time. And the Black Knights will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Got the first down and more. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Makes a connection. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Wants to keep it in the air. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Pirates will snap it on 1st and 10. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, the offense staying aggressive. They've had success all game long. They just came away with a big play, but finally give up a sack. If they can keep this quarterback standing up, though, they can extend their lead.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Unloads to the wideout. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
They got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations?
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Gives it on the option. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Scanning the field, it's Coleman. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man. Hits a seam wide open. Lots of running room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Army!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let...
Looking for the end zone in the tie. Instead, he finds a sack, and the defense rises up, and the offense can't tie the game. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards of field position. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The sure hands, it's Smith. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Pirates are rolling down the field. Caught behind the line. It's O'Brien. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Looking to pass, it's right. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. The option look. Now the toss. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice 1st down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air, it's Coleman. Here's a heat. Forced out of the pocket. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. The Black Knights come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Turns it loose. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Running into the open space. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
It's really hard defensively to bring pressure when you keep moving the quarterback outside the pocket. You don't know which way he's going to go. Great job getting him outside the pocket. Now he can get on the edge and get some easy free yards or take a shot deep down the field.
Off play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
To the air, it's Coleman. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pucks it out of the air. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback running on the draw. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Hauser. Gets it out fast. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Pirates are moving quickly down the field. Finds the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jenkins. He'll toss it. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Pirates will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Wright. Got his man on the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone, but nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. This is a designed run. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Looking to throw. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to throw. It's Coleman. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation